Should we broach that? We cannot broach that.
And,
We currently have one, technically.
yep. Welcome, folks. This is our October 6th Select Board Workshop. Hang on, we'll get all the controls there. Okay. Once again. So, the only thing that I want to bring up is that we're looking for secretaries for the Planning Board and Appeals Board, and in going through Maine Municipal Association's job descriptions of their secretary positions, they are so antiquated that I don't feel like we can use them. It's all about knowing office procedure and word processing.
Right.
So I've asked Desiree to maybe come up with something. Maybe she had something in Sebago when she was working up there. But I've had one person in particular approach me about the secretary position, and did we have a job description, because they wouldn't even consider interviewing unless they could see a job description in front of them. Valid concern.
Yep.
So just something that we need to throw together. We have the potential interview tomorrow afternoon and another one on Wednesday afternoon. So Desiree said that she would try to throw something together tonight as well.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't know if there's anything that you feel strongly about. I mean, I do feel, they need to have good computer skills, access, with doing documents in Word. They'd have to do a butters list. At some point, probably having familiarity with our land use and ordinance, just for helping with meetings.
So how about these titles that we could elaborate on? Meeting support, records management, document preparation, public information, and public liaison to the board, space of the board.
You're gonna have to talk.
Oh, I'm sure they
louder.
can. You get the microphone right in front of him.
Okay.
So he should be.
Administrative support, for my general administrative and clerical tasks, including data entry, managing correspondence, and providing reception services. Liaison and coordination as a communication link between the municipal council and residents and other departments. And the assisting in the proper enactment and certification of legal actions and ensuring compliance with laws and regulations.
Were you getting that?
Google.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, I mean, I think those are all, good qualifications. I kind of think we could
It's a
incorporate
generic
them.
municipal secretary position description.
Yeah, I think we can incorporate them into a job description, and if Desiree has something that she can forward to us, maybe, by this evening or tomorrow morning, we could come up with something. It doesn't have to be, I don't think, huge.
Yep.
Whatever goes for the planning board would go for the ZBA.
I can take this and take out some things and then send it out as a draft that you can all put. But I can get it.
Yeah. Okay. Did I hear anything back yet? Nope. No.
Right.
Okay.
There's a lot of things in this job description that are very accurate. Things like maintaining historical files
Mm-hmm.
are not accurate to that. Planning board or appeals board.
Right.
But if we plunk some of this out, we may have a very good, well-rounded description. I'm looking at sort of in other cities. A couple other cities have job descriptions.
Sounds good. Let's see. like under the skills and qualifications that come up, the ability to manage multiple tasks and maintain accurate records is crucial. Understanding local planning and zoning regulations is beneficial. I think that's a good description. This is from MMA, okay? Reviews materials being typed for spelling and grammar through the use of a standard dictionary. It's reads visitors. All right, I'm just getting
Didn't
ready.
you have one the other day that said something about the typewriter?
Yeah, I think, and a word processor.
All right, I fixed the licensing ordinance.
Okay, and were you able to find the amendment date? Was that,
Yeah.
it was the 28th?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. You can come in here after if you want. We did get your email.
Excellent.
Okay. Did you see David Long's?
Busy.
Hmm? Sure, this is just workshop hours, so we're kind of just, talking about stuff if you want to.
Sounds good. I got a report that Danielle needs to send out,
Okay,
so,
yeah. Now, did you say that you are definitely leaving Bloomington? Is that?
yeah.
You are?
I need to be in just one town.
And when is that effective?
So my term runs out in March, unless they find somebody sooner. Talk to the town manager over there and tell them to start looking. So this is their budgeting season, so they can kind of go to a different town and say, hey, what would it take to get you over here? So
Yeah. Well, we've already had our budget for the town, so that
Right.
may be somewhat of a limiting factor in some of your requests.
okay.
That's my thought. Okay.
Which parts?
Well, there were a lot of parts,
Right.
right?
Because either way, you gotta have the equipment. The computer, it's new, it's, in order to do an actual report, you really should professionally have, I use my own personal computer, and as well as my printer with my ink, and haven't charged the town any of that. So, having this other computer, at least I can have the reports stay on that computer because it's a town-owned computer. Not like mine, I don't, if they want to subpoena something, they're not subpoenaing my computer.
Uh-huh.
So, the chip reader saves the travel all the way into to Harvest Hills. Because if the animal has a chip in it, I read it, I can find out who the owner is. Okay? The alternative is taking that animal to AWS every time I have a stray. So,
Do you have to go there? Is it possible to take it to a local vet for reading?
if they're open, I want to say at least 85% of my calls are after hours.
Uh-huh.
So, not AWS, if you guys have Harvest Hills over here, so it's a Freiburg. So, and that's probably the cheapest portion of that list anyway.
So when you leave Leamington, that goes back to Leamington, is that
Yes.
the deal?
Yep, that Leamington owns that.
Do you have reports for our town on that as well?
No, all of yours I print out
Okay,
on my computer. So, theirs is on their computer because that's their computer.
town email.
Being a Gmail, I mean, Gmail isn't protected like your emails or the government emails. Okay, and that's why Leamington went with having an ACO at leamingtonmaine.gov. because they can kind of oversee that. It's not just a personal type of email. I mean, you can still get into the Gmail that we have. Your computer person, if I was to leave, would be able to set the new person up with a new password without having to go through any of the rigmarole. So,
So right now, you have a phone number.
that belongs to Leamington. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have one that's us? Let me go on your site. I thought you,
590-0818 is owned by Leamington.
that's,
Would a tablet be better than a laptop, just for,
As far as typing on the tablet, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I'd probably end up, I think they make a wireless
they do,
keyboard.
yeah,
So, the stand that I have probably would set up to hold it.
okay,
The stand itself in that truck is mine.
Yeah.
I bought that. They didn't buy the stand, but they bought the computer.
gotcha.
So,
if somebody emails you, does it go to your personal email then? Is that what you're saying?
no, it goes to the Gmail that Ricky set up.
Okay,
So it's parsonsfieldaco@gmail.com. So it's just a general email. It's one that you guys don't have control of. If I were to leave, this wouldn't happen, but if somebody was to leave, they had access to that. They could not allow the town unless you went through the legal process to get the password and everything to that email address.
so the last reports I see on here are from '23.
Yeah, I don't email the reports from a Gmail anyways, because you never know in between the transfer from point A to point B where that would go. So, when I started in here, I had let you guys know that I need like a filing cabinet that's lockable to be able to put the copies of the reports. Ricky has no reports in here whatsoever. So,
Did he
I
have
have
any
them.
that he kept, or?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Good, Mark, how are you?
Good.
Good. Why do
Let's
you,
have the new selectman back here. Hi.
How are you today?
Saban Beckwith. Mark Fisher does plows for our south section.
Hi, Mark, how are you doing?
Yep.
Good. Good.
Yeah. You're happy because it's warm,
Yeah, it still lasts till
right?
March. Just wanted to say hi. Doesn't bother you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then whoever did it before that, you have no reports from that individual either. Because I know Ricky was, you have a lot of reports. Are they the actual reports or are they just summaries of what she did over the month? Like when I send in my time card, I usually put, that I had this many dogs and this many cats. A couple of them were transports, that type of stuff. The actual report has all the information. The subject that I encountered, the one that called, bite cases, it has any of the information for the dog, what hospital they could have gone to, and all of that. So, like with this report here, because your FOA individual is Danielle, she's got to go through this, and anything like the license number and stuff like that, she has to deduct before she sends that out. So that is all in these reports. People's information that should not be out on the internet, period.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and that's where I was going as far as having the Gmail opposed to having a town assigned to the town.
I think we would have to go through it and look at your requests, total them up, and see how that fits into the current budget that we have for the ACO.
Okay.
There were quite a few.
There are, because you guys didn't start with much, I was able to, keep using the the Leamington stuff when Ricky left. And of course, I was just the deputy ACO at that point in time, so. While you guys tried to find an ACO. But even with a new ACO, you've got to have specific equipment for this ACO to do their job. So.
Is that kind of a state statute or something? Is that why you're saying that?
Yep, if you go on the state site,
Uh-huh.
it'll tell you exactly what you have to have for cages, for, traps and stuff like that, so.
Okay, so, and you are saying you're leaving there in March.
Yes, that's my tentative date to leave there, as long as everything's able to go through here. Because I don't want to leave there, give them back all their equipment and not be able to have the equipment that I need to do the job over there.
Uh-huh.
So,
So what would happen if our budget didn't allow for some of this stuff?
depends on what it is. What I could do. As far as the computer, if the computer is more expensive than a tablet, the tablet's gonna make sense. I can still access the state site. I can still access the dog database, and store reports on it. It'll cover all three. So, in the wintertime, I bring whatever I have inside the house. Usually in the summertime, it's back a little ways, so I guess that the tablet I'd probably have to bring in too, because I don't want it to get, these Panasonic tough books, the reason why the state police and the sheriffs and fire and EMS all have those is because they're rugged enough to withstand the heat sitting in a vehicle. So,
Okay. Probably go through it and look at our budget and look at the potential costs and definitely be back to you before March.
excellent.
Okay.
I'll still keep plugging away at things and hopefully, I'm hoping that this case, they don't need me to appear in court because it's gonna be a totally different situation. Because I'll be dropping from $32 an hour down to $22.50 an hour, which is really gonna hurt. As far as my full-time job in here. So, then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So, I know that before, when Dave was here, I met with you guys before you guys did your town meeting and were doing your budget stuff. I did mention, a few things that you should put into your budgets, as far as equipment and stuff like that, that for some reason wasn't put in there. Sometimes it gets overlooked. But whether I'm in there or whether somebody else is, it's really important that you have something to go back on. You have equipment break, you have a kennel break. Am I supposed to replace that with my money? Is the ACO supposed to replace it with their money? Or is the town supposed to because it's their equipment?
We have not yet had any kind of an issue with those problems, yeah.
Okay. All right, I know that you do have some kennels out here that I very rarely use. I've been using the other kennels, so I haven't even really checked those. The stuff that I did give you, I know that there is no have a heart trap for the larger cats or the kittens. And when you're catching feral cats, most of them have kittens and you want to get the kittens too, or else they're gonna end up dying. And then that can be a whole different matter. So, but, okay. Any other questions?
Is that equipment that you leave on your truck, or do you leave it here in like, say we had a few cages, you'd leave it here in the
Yeah, your
shed up
cages are in your
back?
shed.
Okay.
I'd rather not have things in my truck that I don't need,
Right.
so.
But, I mean, I have to have a heart trap at home that you're more than welcome to, so I can leave it in there. Yeah.
What I would suggest to you, put your name on it. Because if it is used, I want to make sure that it gets back to the right individual.
Yeah.
you know, so. Okay,
All right,
Perfect.
that's good. Thanks, David.
you're
Thank
welcome. As far as the phone and the phone number, like I had stressed before, I am going out of the country in November. So you might wanna think about that sooner than later. Because right now, your calls are gonna be answered by a selectman in the town of Leamington, which isn't gonna know what to do with those calls. So.
Can you
Okay.
forward their contact information? I'll reach out.
Yeah, Tammy's gonna be the one that's gonna
Okay.
have the phone.
Okay.
I'll get her contact information,
Yeah.
which she'll give me,
Perfect.
and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
This is Microsoft.
No, we'll
Been
just
trying
pre-plan.
to-
34408. I'm gonna forward this to you, David.
Been trying to get they have a new town manager. The new town manager is getting things all up to speed, and they're supposed to be sending you a bill for part
Okay,
of
check
that
that.
cell phone, because we were using that number. They haven't yet. The select board's assistant, they no longer have, who was supposed to do that, so.
Gotcha.
Instead, now the town manager's trying to catch up on everything. So,
And you're going away, you're gonna be out of the country for.
I'm gonna be out of the country for 2 weeks.
Okay. Who's covering you then?
So I can talk Wade into it. Wade Andrews does Newfield, okay, to cover you guys. But he's gonna need to know how to get a hold of whoever, you know, how he's gonna be able to get a hold of. Usually when I go away on my regular vacations, if it's an emergency call, I know I can rely on Wade. But I don't have him flooded with all of the other calls that aren't emergency. Usually that stuff is able to be just put aside, taken a note, and then I can get it when I get back. So that all of my records are in order. So. And that's how that usually goes. So I cover for him for Freiburg Fair,
Gotcha.
so.
Okay.
Yeah. He's about the only one that I can't count on.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Any other questions?
All good, David.
Okay. Have a great night.
You
You
too.
too. We've got a $1,058 deputy animal control officer budget and a $6,850 ACO budget.
Those are for wages,
Correct.
not for equipment.
I know we never have had to buy, you know, on occasion we bought a crate when Ricky was doing stuff that he needed something. So the original email that he sent, all of his requests to the select board, did you file that in the select board somewhere? Emails? Just looking for an ACO file.
You look for, if you just search the Parsonsfield ACO at gmail.com, it should come right up.
I don't remember what we split the cost of for his vest. 2 minutes to come look at something? Sure.
Yeah. We're being summoned.
Okay.
Oh, Norman.
Gary, hey,
Good stuff.
Go and look at it.
Right. Here all the time. You know? Did you look at any of the carpet colors, Aaron?
I just said to Saban that lighter would be better, so it's less cave-like.
Less cake-like and, whatever type the dirt well, like,
We want to plan our. Yeah.
so I went through with Chris Sanborn all the different ways to get that printer, both printers either hooked up. We don't have an extra, USB cable in here, do we? I don't think, I kinda looked around, I didn't see anything.
There was some
I mean, I might have one at home that I can bring in.
USB,
Yeah.
like USB to USB.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of cables in here, and here's one USB, then. It's very long. There's several USBs in here.
okay.
How long does it need to be?
Well, I'm gonna just move that printer that's near the door over by his computer and plug it in and see if that works for now. Chris said he would come in this week and take care of our list of needs, but anything going on in here that we need? Did any of those work, David?
I'm in.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
Now I can't get it. So this is a USB to Selectboard. But here is a USB power. But this is usually a printer cable. That's not what it needs.
Let me take that one anyway, just in case.
Sorry.
Whoa.
These are all video. Same thing.
One of his requests is a 10-hour guaranteed rate.
Right, which is double what we have budgeted.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot in this. I mean,
I know Leamington does that, but we're not Leamington, and, that wasn't part of our budget.
right.
We've never done that,
Yeah, I mean, you've got,
especially to go up to that hourly rate, and
yeah. I mean, the email address is $120. The chip reader that he said was around $40. The ammonia reader he called out is around 150. He said the 3 have a heart containers, that's another 150. Bulletproof vest, I mean, those are $500, $600, $700.
I don't remember, I know we split it with Leamington.
Right, but so we're
Yeah.
gonna have to buy out the other
Right.
half of theirs.
But, like you said, he's not willing to let that go yet until he knows that, that his requests have been And I know that he wants to stay closer to home, but he's looking to service only one town. I, pneumonia reader. I'm just thinking that you could tell if animals are being ordered by the mere smell and looks of a place sometimes. I'm not saying I know what that's all about, but
Right.
I just feel like we need to go through these and see what the town can afford and what we're willing to afford.
Right. I mean, I think they're all viable things, but I think our challenge is we received all these requests after we did our budget.
Absolutely.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think from a tablet standpoint, we've got that tablet that we could use.
I mean, the bottom line too is that he's doing this so he can be closer to town rather than staying in Leamington.
Right.
But he does have that potential of being.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, immediate plan, we gotta figure out what to do for November. And then, as we get closer, figure out if there's any of this that we can do for March. I don't know how much of it we can. I think some of it's obviously easier than others, but
Is there who's the ACO for Cornish
you know.
and Porter?
Cindy Eaton is the ACO for Porter.
And what were you going to do? Something about Wade? Why don't I reach out to both Porter and Cornish to see if they would be willing to cover for 2 weeks and, see if they have that we could post if you have issues that need the ACO, but
Yeah, and we can let whoever's covering the phone know that if they get a call to direct it to whomever.
right.
Yeah, I mean, if we approach them each, hey, we need you to cover a week. Is that doable? Animal control officer in Cornish is Kristen Russell Perkins.
She was here.
What's that? I thought I remembered that name.
I should have known Danielle was up to no good.
I will get in touch with Cindy. um, And also I'll get in touch with Cornish, okay? And, I noticed the Porter has a Gmail account. Does the Cornish have the same?
They do.
Okay, so do you feel that that is any kind of a serious infraction of information to have a Gmail account?
No, I mean, the only point about it is that if he ever left, you'd lose any sort of historical information in the email. And so that's sort of the,
It's not part of our organization, so he has to be
right.
Right. But,
So if you got an FOAA request on something, you wouldn't be able to.
so the reports that he's printing out, like the ones that he brought in today, uh, where are those reports living? Those are,
He said
that's
he
why
was,
he wanted the locked file cabinet.
Yes.
I don't know. He said he had to give it to Danielle, so I don't know if she's keeping them in a,
That was a faux request, so,
right.
yeah.
Is the municipal energy audit bid still open or is that closed now?
That's definitely closed.
Okay.
So that can come down. Sneak. You sneak. I should- Um, Danielle, the carpeting that we have out there for samples can be either squares or full carpet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think if we get a quote on each, I kind of like the full carpet, but I don't know
Yeah.
what's, I don't know what works the best.
Okay.
Get a quote on that
The
and
advantage to squares is
placement.
it's easier to replace a square and significantly cheaper to replace a square than the entire thing.
So this is probably the first time in, how many years?
Since the
It's
school was
been-
built.
Since the school was built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we adding that invoice, or are you guys gonna hold the shiny invoice?
Because of where to put it, where
Yeah.
to,
I
is
don't
that
know what kind of combination of accounts you guys wanna pay it out of, I guess.
because I'd have to look and see. What was the balance in that legal professional? 10,975.
Well, the current balance is different.
Oh, that's unexpended, yeah, sorry, where did we move that to, the professional fees of 25,000? Is that what we did?
It's just one thing. So there's a series of different accounts we can pay that out of. There isn't enough money in any of the accounts to pay the entirety. So, and I don't think you really want to take it out of unanticipated, because that will drain that account. So I didn't know if you wanted to use, it's all the same article, right? So if you paid a portion out of it, out of the planning board, then pay, or first take it out of ZBA, then go to planning board, and then go to the admin account.
Right, now, you're talking about the Petty Flaherty one, which is
Yeah.
hot, okay,
Yeah.
because didn't the zoning board
Mhm.
one drains that account, right?
Oh, it's only $3,000 in the
Right.
ZBA account.
And that first bill was over 4,000,
Right.
so
Yep.
that's pretty much gone.
Oh, it's,
Got it.
yeah. So if you combine a few accounts, you can pay for it, and then moving forward until, I don't know if you wanna start considering a special town meeting if this keeps moving
In
the way
that
it's
direction.
going. You know, when planning board has a cost, they'll just have to, we'll have to take it out of the admin account. And everything will have to come out of the admin account, basically. For the entire, you know, for legal, it would have to come out of the legal or unanticipated, really. So the
So
total,
looking at planning board for 8,000,
right, but that's total.
right?
Right now, planning board has $6,916 in it, because we've paid some ads and everything,
Mhm.
so. ZBA has 2,888, planning board currently has $6,916.09. The big legal account, you know, I say big, it was the $10,000 basically for select board legal fees. That has 7,350 in it.
And was any of that rolled into professional fees, or is that totally separate for?
These are separate.
Okay.
I think it should first come out of the ZBA account, then go to planning board, and then it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's just my recommendation, whatever you want me to do, I can, my concern is, you don't have a meeting next Monday because of the holiday.
Right.
So this isn't gonna get paid until October 20th. So, what the terms are, they already rolled in that balance.
Oh,
That's both, that's the original one.
okay.
Right.
They rolled in the balance to the invoice you just sent us?
Yep, so
Okay.
the balance was
That-
$4,492.40. This last one was $4,035.90.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's a total between the two. Yeah, I would do ZBA. That may be where more fees are coming from.
What do you guys?
ZBA, planning board originally had 8,000 and now there's 7 something, you said? That's right.
I was just looking at the terms on their invoice. I mean, usually it's 30 days, but I'm not seeing anything.
If it's 30 days, then we could,
Oh, it is 30 days of this receipt.
Right. 30 days from receipt of the invoice.
So do you want to just pay the unpaid balance, the balance that rolled over of the first invoice first, and wait on the second half until the 20th and figure out what you all want to do?
where it comes from. I mean, it's gonna get paid eventually anyway, you know.
I mean, those accounts aren't gonna populate with any more funds, you know.
No, they're not.
No,
Are right, start special town meetings.
Believe
I would
me.
expect more, or
I mean, I
but it could be more fees connected to the ZBA.
Well, even a large chunk of this.
Right.
Half of this is ZBA.
Right.
Some of it's planning board, some of it's ZBA. I think we need to start breaking down these invoices so that we're assigning them to the right place, but we also gotta figure out what to do with increasing the budget for those.
I do break these down, but I thought this company was solely ZBA attorneys.
No, Pretty Flaherty's can't.
That's our attorney, so that would be planning board. Okay, Brandon Mazer is, another firm.
so we're missing still a whole bill.
So,
Yeah, we
Oh,
have not
wow.
received a bill yet for ZBA, as far as I know.
okay.
That's bad. In terms of,
We received an invoice from Brandon Mazer.
Okay. That was,
That's from Perkins Thompson.
that's it.
But that also doesn't include the ZBA meeting that they went to last week.
It's a big warrant. It's a big warrant. Well, Perkins Thompson's has to come out of ZBA. And how, do you have that in front of you, how much that was?
4,068.
Okay, so that's right, that's, wipes that right out. Awesome.
we haven't broken into a spreadsheet of what firm for what.
I'm attempting to do that.
I don't know where they're getting this balance. I assumed it was this, but it's not. It's two different firms, so it's a lot more than what we thought. This is ZBA. About no.
Okay,
And this is the total
from Freddie Flaherty.
from Freddie Flaherty.
Yeah, so it's
So I didn't,
12,000.
it's way
Right.
more. I didn't get the first,
Maybe you thought Perkins Thompson's was what they rolled into it?
That's what I thought, because it was very similar. This
Because
is,
they're both 4,000 plus, right?
Perkins Thompson is 4,068.
Yes.
But it was never paid because we weren't sure. So yeah, this is a lot worse than I thought, so I don't know, look at this. Can you give us a second?
So Perkins Thompson is for.
Brandon Mazer, that's is up here.
UVA.
Yeah. So that wipes the ZBA out.
Yeah, but then there's still a balance.
Right, so where is that gonna come from? Planning and and hours and planning and legal fees, training fees.
So we're getting billed both ways.
Yeah,
We're getting billed from one
Yep.
firm to talk to the same firm that both work for us.
I don't understand how that is okay.
Because we're getting billed for clarity, talking to Perkins Thompson.
Right.
And to Perkins Thompson is billing us to talk to Clarity. Yes. Well, I don't.
I don't feel comfortable paying this tonight. Can you possibly just carry over this, have a selectmen's meeting on Thursday
During our workshop,
next week? Or,
when was the, Perkins Thompson's bill? Do we also have a 30-day?
he has it. What's the terms on Perkins Thompson?
Do it upon receipt.
Great.
They charge them 1.5% per month, maybe it's assessed on all bills, may not pay for 30 days. And this was 9/22.
So do you want to pay that out of ZBA and then go to the planning board for the balance? Legal fees?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so that one's the oldest, so that can get paid now.
And you have the October 3rd.
We'll pay that one now, and then,
Perkins.
right.
Okay, that one can get entered in tonight.
And then our next meeting is on the,
Oh, yeah.
and that's still within 30 days,
Okay,
okay?
if you're comfortable with that. He just rolled in the balance from, I didn't get an invoice.
For that
of
first
the-
balance?
Of the previous balance that Freddie Flaherty was reporting in there.
We saw that last week.
Well, it's Perkins, I thought.
So, and this is 30 days. I'm just looking for the date for the first invoice. Let's see. So the first invoice for 44.92 is due on the 8th.
And that's Perkins,
No, that's Freddie Flaherty. Their first $4,000 bill is due in 2 days.
because that came in,
Came back in October.
says October.
September, it says outstanding invoice 2202016, 449240, on 9/8/25. Since we have 30 day terms. We've got to pay both this. We can do the newest one,
On the
for
20th.
4,035.90 on the 20th.
Yeah. We have to, yeah. Why hasn't that come through yet then? Why? So we have to pay Perkins and that first balance, the
Yep.
first,
Freddie Flaherty's is due. Yes,
Freddie Flaherty, I'll send it out,
the
but
first
we
balance.
never, the last time we paid Freddie Flaherty was August.
okay, so there's a bill that came in on September 8th.
According to this, they have a September 8th invoice. I typed in my email, I don't have a copy.
I'm gonna change the subject entirely for 1 minute. When we get a bill from CMP and it says streetlights, does that mean just streetlights in South Parsons Field, over in the village? It doesn't include this building? Okay.
How many street?
But does it?
But does it
include
include this
any res-
building,
any
the electricity from this
buildings?
building?
How many?
All it
posts
says
were
is streetlights, so,
I
and,
think streetlights, yeah.
okay,
So
so,
the invoice is right here.
yeah, I did, I looked at it, I
Okay.
just thought it was odd that we would just get a bill for streetlights, but not, I thought we got more than one
We
bill.
always get streetlights first,
And
and
then
then all the other ones come
after that, okay, so I'm from Grant, I have no comments
Yeah.
about this, yeah, so, okay. No problem, I just thought I'd seen them all come in at the same time. Okay, so, you have those still, or did you give them back to her? Okay.
I don't see an invoice
First one, September 8th.
for Pretty Flaherty for any of the August for the 4,400.
I thought it came in September.
I think August's invoice came September 8th.
Right, so
That's how I read that last
you have to look at,
document.
yeah,
Came September 8th.
that's what you
So
said.
that's what it says on the back, outstanding invoice. Can do 3 days.
So she must have that still.
That's the plan. Okay, I do not have that invoice.
This one right here?
No, the one with the, it says unpaid balance.
The 4,400? Yeah, I was gonna say it's not anywhere in my email either.
Unpaid balance, prior invoices.
Because it would have been paid out in September.
Right.
But the previous balance was this,
Perkins
but
Thompson,
it's not, it's totally different.
see the total on that is.
What was the amount on it? 4,400?
Oh, for 4,492 and 40 cents. And it,
But email.
I have to come into that one anyway, I can call the company, Freddie Flaherty, and ask what, about this invoice, this previous invoice and why we don't have a copy of it.
Yeah,
I'll get one,
we got this one today,
yeah.
so I just gotta enter them. Do you wanna pay this one?
Yeah. Yes, Perkins Thompson, okay.
First one of that one, or are you gonna call?
Let's call, because if we don't have an invoice for this, that makes it
Are we gonna
uncomfortable
charge
to
an
pay.
entrance fee, because either way, we've got a second invoice on the back.
What was that?
Are we gonna be charged interest for not paying it?
No.
No. Call tomorrow.
Okay, so just this one right now?
Mhm.
And you wanna pay out of ZBA
Mm-hmm.
and then planning board? So
That's
we'll
what-
zero out ZBA and go move the planning board? So just this one. Well, do you want this? Or?
Do you need it? Otherwise, I'll put it on my desk for tomorrow.
Yep.
But I
as
can
long as
ask you
get
for it.
back. Yeah, as long as I
Yep.
put it in my stuff. Okay, so updated warrant.
Okay. To a select board meeting.
Me.
I let Paul into the boiler room and opened every door here, so before we leave tonight, we gotta check everything, okay? If Norm's gone, I can lock that. So, do you think that the CEO phone, I used the passcode, but it just kept saying incorrect, incorrect. Do you think that maybe that, did we have that phone in there when Jesse was CEO? Did he use that?
Which phone?
These
No, that was after.
after?
Yeah.
Was there one phone left that needed to be fixed?
Yes, and I've contacted Consolidated because they emailed about it, and they haven't gotten back to me.
Which phone was that? The one we're gonna use for this assessment?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, you first, me next.
I don't know if you've tried to log in, but the administrator password doesn't work for Consolidated. So if you talk to David, you can find out what he changed it to.
Okay. You're just trying to log into our Consolidated account, or it's...
Will we continue just to meet in here where they're in the middle of stuffing?
Are they still in there?
No, but all the stuff is everywhere.
Oh,
We probably should, because they're gonna come back to
I
us.
just don't wanna mess with their system, whatever they're,
Oh, that's tax bills, we don't want,
yeah. Okay.
interesting. I didn't realize that, I thought they would,
I don't see them, so I believe they've left.
Mark's still here too. I don't have anything more for workshop stuff, do you?
No.
Okay.
Just the rugs, we want to discuss this at the town meeting.
The rugs?
At the business meeting.
Carpeting, you mean?
Yep.
I mean, we can do that on Thursday at a workshop. Yeah.
We just have to pick out the codes and send them to get the right estimate.
Okay, folks, gonna stop our workshop and see you in a few minutes for the regular select board meeting.